What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally starting to work on my Mazda RX-7, but first we got to move some stuff around and give myself a space to do so. That's heavy. Fuck. Now we move my foot. Let me show you what we're working with. Whoops. Thought that was on there more. Alright, so before I show you what we're working with, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on this car. So I bought it November 2018 and it was running but needed a clutch, brakes, and suspension. It was rusty then. I mean, it's going to be quite a bit more rusty now. I did the clutch, did the suspension, did the brakes, got to drive it for a couple months, worked on it, did a couple more things here and there, and probably had it running and driving for just over a year, like 14 months or so, before it started giving me some problems with the electrical. Because I had nowhere to keep it, I decided to part it out. I needed money, needed somewhere to keep it, didn't have that, so first thing that went was the motor. And of course, right after the motor went, my buddy Jack told me I could keep it at his house, and that is where it has sat for the past, let's say, 3 to 4 years. It was a PA car, so you can already imagine how rusty it was. It was neglected. Even now, spray painted like this, it looks better than it did when I got it. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess. Let me show you the inside. Got to clear that out, and then jack it up, and I'll show you the underside. And it's kind of overwhelming, if I do say so myself. Can you see daylight through there? Oh, yes you can. That's another thing, not ideal. And the inside, let's just say we had some creatures living in here. This was a blue car with blue interior. Door cards were painted, all the interior was painted, which looked horrendous. Yet again, I'll throw some clips in there. The dash doesn't look too bad, but I'm probably gonna get that redone at some point. So yeah, let's jack up the car. Alright, so let me show you the underside. Definitely gonna be worse than I remember. Holy shit. Pinch welds gone. Floor gone. Frame rail damaged. It's gonna be a lot more work than I anticipated. I don't know if I want to deal with this car. Holy shit. This frame rail is rotted. God damn. Even if it's not fucking damaged. Well, there we have it. The entire pinch weld needs to be redone. Floor in the front, floor in the back. Oh, forgot to show back here. That is the spare wheel well, completely rusted out, which I knew about. Ay, ay, ay. What am I doing to myself? Gas filler gone. Everything gone. Alright, so change of plans. As you saw, this car is in much worse shape than I even anticipated, so I think we're going to part it out and scrap it. Alright, so it's a new day and we have another change of plans. I'm gonna wait until I actually get another FC so that I can see what I need off of this. And in the meantime, we're gonna drop it on the ground and put it in the graveyard of cars back there, which all need to get scrapped. So hopefully the next clip you see will be me getting the new car. What's up everybody and welcome to my channel. Let me introduce to you my new 1991 single owner Mazda RX-7. I guess you can say new to me, but let me tell you how we got here. So I actually found this car because I passed it on multiple occasions going to my gym. I decided to leave a note and the owner responded. We went back and forth on days I could see it, talked a little bit, and we came down to a price that we both agreed on. Once I picked it up, I got it registered and insured so I could park it in front of my house and actually work on it. But not too long after, the cops had both my cars towed, and about $700 later, this is where we stand. I'll put in the footage from the day I got my cars towed and all that headache, but let me tell you a little bit about this. Yay! Yay! One ticket. Oh, a little wet. Two ticket. And $600 in towing fees. Love that. All right, car number 2 is picked up. Now we can finally leave. So, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this car sat for 10 years. I mean, if you look at it, you got all the moss and stuff along the side. Tires are sort of flat. Windows are foggy. The trim is rusted out completely. But what's super nice about this car is that it's actually rust free. The floorboards are all intact. The rockers are all good. The rear quarters are perfect. The only thing is some of the arms and the subframes have some surface rust, as you would expect. But that's not too bad. I was gonna be redoing those anyway. So besides the fact it sat for 10 years, one really cool thing about this car is because it was one owner, it is completely original. And I mean completely, to the point where it has the OEM front license plate bracket, which you really can't find anymore. All the body panels, all original. Yes, there's some damage here. It got hit with a lawnmower or something. But everything that should be there is there. It is 110% unmolested. And it's a straight body, no rust. So I can't complain. Also, when it comes to the interior, this thing is complete. Everything is there. Both rear bins. It has a rear cargo cover, which is very sought after. Auto seat belts. The dash is cracked, as well as the defrosting vents, which is very normal, but complete, unmolested, and 104,000 original miles. Even though it's 104,000 original miles, I will tell you, the motor popped under their ownership, under the 60,000 mile warranty. So they had Mazda replace it with a factory complete OEM motor, which is still in the car, untouched, with only at most 60,000 miles on it. Could have about 50, but it was replaced under the 60,000 mile warranty. So I'm guessing it has about 60,000 miles on it. Completely original. AC all there, power steering all there, airbox ducting, evap canister, cruise control, everything you can think of is there, untouched. That is another very cool feature about this car. And like I said, it has the rear cargo cover, fully complete, fully original. This thing is immaculate. It has the rear carpet and everything. But what's even cooler about this is how nice it is under here. Still some zinc coated bolts, the original jack and lever for it, the original spare tire. It is complete. Anything you could think of that should be there is there. So even though it still has the factory wheels, suspension, and everything you could think of, there's one thing about this car that I wish wasn't the case. I don't know if you saw it already, but it is an automatic. I mean, to me, that doesn't really matter, but I think if this was an all original manual car, I would probably leave it as is, just do wheels and suspension, and then call it a day from there. But because it's an automatic, which we know isn't as sought after, I got plans for this car. But the fact it's completely original, I'm the first one to tinker with it, I couldn't be more stoked on that. So let me show you these cool little trinkets that came with the car, considering it's a one owner. All right, so there are quite a few cool things that this car came with. One being the factory owner's manual. This thing, original booklet, original owner's manual, original plastic valet key. I didn't even know this was a thing. This is original to the car. It's not like I bought this to just have because I have the car. It is for this car specifically, which I find to be extremely cool. The fact that we still have this. I mean, so many people lose these over the years, get damaged, whatever the case, but good luck finding a one owner, all original vehicle with paperwork. So this is extremely cool to have. Super happy about that. Another thing we have is a manual sunroof key, I guess you want to say. This is for if you lose power and your sunroof is left open, it shows you exactly what to do, how to manually close it. I didn't even know this was a thing, so I'm super glad. There's just all these cool little things that came with it, right? Another thing we have is we have the original bill of sale, and not only does it show what they paid for it, but they show that this car they bought by trading in a 1988 Mazda RX-7, which they got $7,800 for, and this car was posted for $24,200 or something like that. So they traded in their old car, got $7,800 for that, talked them down a little bit. They paid $12,093.37. So a very original bill of sale from the dealership. Having stuff like this is honestly priceless, and it was one of the things that guaranteed I was buying this car. Oh, another thing we have is something that's all in Japanese. I don't know what these tickets are. I don't know if anybody has seen these before. There's two of them. There's a pink one and a yellow one. If you know, please tell me what it is, because I would like to know what these are. But yet again, from 91, really good condition. Whatever this paperwork is, same thing. It's all in Japanese. Or it's a Japanese paperwork filled out. I don't know what it is. It has, look at this, safety recall. That was a safety recall for the automatic seatbelts, right? And I mean, this is broken. I broke it the other day pushing it here after I got it towed. I was very annoyed about that. But here's the safety recall for the seatbelts. These were replaced at one point. But what's super cool about this is I even read it to double check. It doesn't matter if you're the original owner or not. The safety recall is for the life of the vehicle. So I can go into Mazda now if I have problems with this, and they'll replace it with the recall. So to me, that is super cool. Like I said, the fact that it's for the life of the vehicle, which is awesome. So if I keep the power seatbelts, I know I'll never have to worry about it. So I showed you the factory jack and jack handle. We even have the factory toolkit. What's cool about this is with the factory toolkit, we have these two things. These are folding wheel chocks. They come out, look it, you got wheel chocks from factory. I didn't even, my Subaru didn't come with these, so I have a set of these at home. I didn't know what they were, but folding wheel chocks. Never used, super cool to have just in general. Then we even still have, well, flat tire, flat tire storage bolt. I didn't even know that was in there. I guess, I don't even know where this would go. We're gonna do a little adventure and see where this goes. So I'm assuming this is gonna bolt in somewhere else, not in the spare wheel well, because the factory wheel is much wider than the donut, but I don't know. We'll have to see where this goes or look up a video because I've never even seen this. But we also have the original wrench for the wheels. Yet again, super cool that this is all original, came with the car from the original owner. Like how I said, good luck finding this all complete to the car. You can probably find a toolkit online for your car, but I doubt many people have bought a car with all this stuff. Another thing, it has the factory wheel lock. This is from Mazda. Not only is this from Mazda with the factory wheel locks on the car, and this is the wheel lock key, it even has this little pouch which has all the original lug nuts, brand new from probably 91, and important wheel lock registration information. So if you lose the key, it has not only the receipt but the key number that you need for these locks. And like even the installation, like dealer installation instruction, Mazda wheel lock, things you won't find anywhere else. So that, yet again, is super cool. All original, everything that you can think of that you would have gotten with the car. Not only that, in this pile of paperwork, somewhere in here, it even has the slip of paper that asks if you got the original floor mats. And I'll tell you, a little worn out, but if you look on this side, the original Mazda RX-7 floor mats that you had to sign off that you received before you left the dealership. Otherwise, they didn't have to give them to you. So, I don't know. All these little things that you wouldn't find anywhere else. Or if you did find somewhere else, it wouldn't be for your original car. All this stuff just makes me geek out. I love it. There's one more thing that sold me this car just when he pulled it out, is the cherry on top. This folded piece of paper right here is the original window sticker to this car. 91 RX-7, brilliant black, interior black, posted 20,000 with the options of 4-piston front brake calipers, tilt steering, fog lamps, rear wiper, washer, all that stuff. An extra $2,000. Well, an extra $1,700 for package A. Package B, leather seating, compact disc player, and rear cargo cover. An extra $2,000, coming out at $24,450. The original window sticker to this car, bought in North Plainfield, New Jersey. Man, like AC, power windows, doors, everything, man. Like automatic 4-speed trans, even though it's not as sought after. That is so cool. Look at it. You can't tell me that's not cool. Yes, it's a base model. Yes, it's automatic, but that is so sick. So yes, the car needs work, obviously. A couple other things besides the fact that it hasn't ran in 10 years. So like the brakes, the motor, you got to make sure it spins, the interior dash is cracked and whatever. I checked the gas tank, and that actually is pretty crusty on the inside, annoyingly. I was hoping it just had some bad gas in it, drain it out. Still looks nice and clean. That is not the case. Also, the fuel lines are rusted out, but thankfully when I bought some Turbo 2 seats I have, and I got a bunch of spare parts, like probably the door and the hatch that you've seen in my basement, I got fuel lines from that same guy. So I'm not worried about the fuel lines or brake lines. Those are easy swap in, swap out. Granted, I have to drop the rear subframe, but I do have to drop the fuel tank, clean it out, and see if I could reuse it. If not, I have to buy another one. And that's even before we see if the motor will turn over. I did put a battery to it. It has power. Headlights work, taillights work, blinkers work, all that good stuff. So it will be roadworthy if I get a chance to start it and let it run. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is everything for this car that I can think of. Complete opposite of my other Mazda, which is crazy. But it just shows, don't buy cheap shit. Don't buy rusty stuff. If you pay more, you will get more bang for your buck. And I will say, this car, even though non-running automatic, I paid $2,000. I think it's a steal with all the paperwork, all original, rust-free, like I said. And if the motor works, a 60,000 mile motor, start pre-mixing now, might last another 100,000 miles, who knows. So I'm looking forward to getting the car on the road. I already have parts for it, considering I had another Mazda, or still do. So look forward to that in more videos to come. And I mean, this car needs a wash. I don't know if I'll be doing that before or after I try to get it running. Just depends on the time I have. But regardless, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to stick around, see what we do with this, because I do have some goodies for it, like I said, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.